Hey guys, it's Sam, and today I'm going to be doing or showing you guys my foundation routine. Now this routine is an update of my last one because I have changed products and ways and techniques that I, have been doing my foundation now. And I thought I would show you guys just because so I don't have to put it in my video each time if I do an eye look, because it just takes so much time up into that video, and it makes it so much longer. So I thought that I would just make my own foundation routine video for you guys so you guys can watch it and see what I do and the techniques that I have for my dry skin. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. See you in a second. So my first step is I'm going to be taking my L'Oreal Paris Magic Perfecting Base, and I'm going to be pressing it in my pores. Pressing it is going to work better, I think, in my opinion, because you're pressing it down in your pores and not rubbing it in. So I'm just going to put it around my nose and on my nose, and I'm just really going to press it in using my middle finger, why not? And I'm just going to go in a triangle, and this is going to help, define my pores, or reduce my pores of being noticeable. And because I have a few massive pores, so that's why I do this. Now I know you can tell that my brows are already done. I'm going to be making a brow tutorial for its own video too, but my brows are already done. They're all nice and arched, and I like this brow more than I do this one because I shaved this one off one time. Oh, I was shaving my unibrow when I was stupid, and I accidentally shaved off hair and it never grew back. So now I'm going to take my primer water that I made. This has rose water, homemade rose water, homemade cucumber water, and other ingredients that are amazing for the skin. It also has glycerin in it, which glycerin is very good for makeup because it helps it stick to it. So why not use a little more? So what I'm going to do is going to take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light. And what I like to do is I like to under highlight. So that means I like to do my concealer first and then my foundation. I like to do this because I think it looks prettier, but that's my opinion. And then I like to go on the nose, Cupid's bow, smile lines, and chin. I'm going to put a little extra because I have some red spots there. And then I'm going to just take this Wet n Wild concealer brush, and I'm going to bring it up and just bring it up the side of my nose. This is going to help it appear thinner so I don't have a big fat nose. And then I'm going to put it under my eyes like that. And then I'm going to do the other side and be right back. And then I'm going to just take my damp Beauty Blender, and I'm just going to pat that in. Now I'm just going to stay in this place that I actually put the concealer because I don't want it to move around. Because if you focus your concealer more in, it's going to make your face look more in than it will be out, and it's going to make it slimmer. And if you have a small face, you want to make your head look a little bigger, you're going to want to blend it up, out past your eye and your eyebrow. So the reason why I put concealer on my smile lines, because I do sometimes crease, it depends what foundation I use. But the reason why is it helps make the appearance of them look less noticeable. So that's kind of why I put it on my smile lines. And a lot of people kind of do that already, but I love doing it. And I'm not going to really highlight my forehead. Whatever I have on my nose, I'll just bring up. Because since I have a bigger forehead, you don't want to necessarily highlight, because that's going to make your forehead look bigger than what it actually is. So now that I have my concealer on, I'm going to be taking my Mineral Foundation Stick by NYX Cosmetics in the shade Caramel. And I'm going to pop the lid off of it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be contouring. You're going to want to put this, or I put it in my cheekbones. And then I blend that out first. But then I'm actually going to dot this down my chin and on my, like, down to my chin on my jawline. So this is highlighted and it helps the appearance of not being too muddy, and it just gives it a nice feature to it. And then you're actually going to want to blend up, because if you don't blend up, you're going to, like, again, have that white there, so it's going to look more, it's going to make your face look more bigger than what it should be. Like this foundation stick for contouring, because it blends out amazing. So I use this because it's easier to work with, and with some cream contours, they don't necessarily like to blend out. So if you don't have a foundation stick or a cream contour that doesn't like to blend out, I do recommend the NYX Mineral Foundation, or also the Anastasia one. But I love cream contouring because it just makes everything so gorgeous. And then I'm going to put this under my chin and bring it up like a 3, and then I'm going to blend it out. Very good. You want to make sure that it's blended and you don't have any harsh lines. Because nobody does like harsh lines on their cream contour, because it just doesn't give a very good, appealing look. Now I also applied it under my lip. I'm going to apply it in my Cupid's bow. And then I'm going to apply it down my nose. And then I'm going to actually, to make my nose look bigger, I'm going to bring it out like that. And then make it a little pointy. And then I'm just going to blend out. Now putting the cream contour here is going to really help darken this part up. So it's still highlighted, but it's not too light, if that makes sense. And this is going to help make your lip have a fuller, look and more plump. And putting the contour in your Cupid's bow is going to make it look more deep and more defined. And then when you want to blend it on your nose, don't necessarily blend up. Try to blend in the same spot that you put it, because you don't want to ruin your highlight. And then what I'm simply just going to do is I'm just going to put it right there and bring it down, and put it right there and then bring it down. That is so uneven. Oh well. And then I'm just going to blend it out on my forehead. Now when you blend it out on your forehead, make sure you get up in here in your receiving hairline, because if you don't, it's going to look weird. And then once you like put powder and foundation on, it's just going to have like a white like line right there of your natural color, and it's not going to look blended. But like I said, bringing your cream contours or any kind of contour down here is going to make your face look slimmer. So now that I've done that, I'm going to dip into my Wet n Wild color correcting palette, and I'm just going to take a little flat angled brush like this. And I'm just gonna dip into this highlighting shade. And I like to put this under my brows and on my brow bone, because it's got shimmer and it just got that frosty white. And it gives actually a really pretty highlight, so that's why I like to use it. And then for foundation, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation in the shade 2.0. Give it a little shake, shake. And then to prevent it from getting on my shirt like my last video, I'm just going to squirt it on here. And then I'm just going to take my Beauty Blender, dunk it in, and then dot it on my face. Now this foundation is very full coverage. And I love this foundation. It's my favorite foundation right now. But you're just going to want to blend out. Make sure you go on your ears too. For some people that don't do that, you need to start doing that because your face needs to be one whole color. And your ears can't be red if they do get red. I just love this foundation. It's so gorgeous on the skin, and it's just beautiful. Just beautiful. And I also did blend down my neck, so my neck is not two different colors from my face, like my face being all this color and then my neck being a whole different color. So I did take down onto my neck. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend out that concealer to make sure there's no creases. And you can just simply do that, because before you bake, you don't want no creases. So I'm going to take my Dermablend setting powder in the shade Original, and I'm just going to, this is a trick that I like to do, tip it upside down, shake it, and then put it back. And then all the powder is on top, and the lid is free of it, so you don't get it on, like, lose any. You also want to put on your lid too. Sorry, I got it in my eye. Oh my lord, that burns. Oh shit. I don't like how bad this powder burned. And then I'm just going to put it on my nose so my foundation does not rub off my nose. And then I'm going to put it on my smile lines, chin, and up on my forehead so I don't crease up there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking my Rimmel Stay Matte powder in the shade Sandstorm. I'm just going to be taking this Total Face brush by e.l.f. It was like $3. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to really get into that powder. I'm going to set the rest of my face. I say use a color powder to set your face so you don't have flashback and be like James Charles, Flashback Mary, because that's what he calls himself now. And so, if you want to prevent flashback and not be like James Charles, I suggest you do this trick. And also, don't use any powders with silica, because James must have, so that's his fault. And then I'm going to go back into that powder with this BH Cosmetics 133 brush, and I'm going to dust off that bake. Also, like I said, use a color powder because this is going to help prevent flashback. And putting that color powder on top is going to build, like, put a shield there. Now I'm going to take my big fluffy brush by BH Cosmetics. It's just my big powder brush that I use for bronzing. And I'm going to take the Benefit Hoola Bronzer. This is an amazing bronzer. And I'm just going to bronze my cheeks. Now I like to bring it down here, because if you bring it down there, it's gonna kind of like make your face go in more, and so that's why I like to. It's gonna give you that amazing jaw like Jeffree Star's. And also put it, you know, on your chin and stuff, because this is also gonna help prevent the flashback. Apply to my forehead. And go down with it. Then you also want to go above like that and bring it down some, because if you bring it down if you have a big forehead and you bring it down, it's gonna make your forehead look smaller, because who wouldn't want that? And then I'm going to go on the neck and blend up here too. Make sure you blend down on the neck, because it's gonna give that natural effect. And then I'm going to go back into my Dermablend powder, and I'm going to dip into it with my Beauty Blender. I'm going to bake this, going down from the top of my ear all the way down. Now baking is just going to help make your contour look sharper and clean. And then I'm going to go back into my Hoola bronzer with the Hoola brush, and I'm going to go down the nose. And then what you can do is you can just blend it in with the powder brush. And then I'm going to take my Dermablend powder and go in the middle of my nose and on the sides to bake my nose contour. Now I'm just going to go back into that Rimmel powder in the shade Sandstorm, and I'm going to take the 133 brush by BH Cosmetics and just dust off that bake after it sat on my face for a few minutes. And dust it off my nose. And then I'm going to take my Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. I'm going to go back into that brush, and I'm going to use this bronzer too because it smells good. And it's really good bronzer, and it's going to help blend in that bake so it's not too harsh of a line. Because why not? And then I'm just going to go on my forehead with it. Then I'm going to go back into that Hoola brush, and I'm just going to contour my nose with this too. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray my face, cover up my powder, spray my face. Take my Beauty Blender and then, pat in all that powder. And then I'm going to take my favorite blush by NYX Cosmetics and this small powder brush by BH, and this is in the shade Soft Spoken. And then I'm just going to apply to my, kind of like my apples on my cheeks right there, and then blend up. Usually I apply highlighter first, but I didn't. And then I'm going to go into my favorite highlighter, which is the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. And I'm just going to go in with this BH Cosmetics 143 brush. And I'm going to apply that on the brush, tap off some of the excess, and then highlight. And you can highlight on the forehead, but you just want to do it a little. Highlight the upper brow. And then highlight here. High texture. I'm just glad I don't have a lot of it. And highlight that upper brow. And then what I like to do is I like to highlight my chin. And then really highlight the ears. Highlight that Cupid's bow. Look like I got a little mustache. And then take this BH Cosmetics 140 brush and highlight down the nose. And then I'm going to take that same brush that I used for the Wet n Wild highlighter and go in my inner corner. And then what I do is I'm going to take this very pigmented Wet n Wild Color Icon brow pencil and I'm going to put my freckle back. And then I'm going to take my Maybelline Brow Drama brow mascara slash gel and I'm just going to put it on my brows to give them its color. And then I'm just going to put on my NYX Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Nude. I'm going to line my lips. And then I'm going to take my favorite liquid lip right now, which is the Lorac Pro liquid lipstick in the shade Nude Rose. And this is just going to matte down and it's going to dry and be a gorgeous color, because who doesn't like a gorgeous color? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, my favorite mascara by Benefit, and I'm going to do my bottom lashes. Oops. And then I'm just going to apply it to my top lashes. And then I'm going to take my favorite eyeliner pencil, which is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Provision. And then I'm going to apply on my top line. Or tight line, sorry. Notice the difference? And now that I applied my mascara, this is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video of me doing my foundation routine. Look at that nice contour and that nice highlight. Ooh, look at that beauty mark. Ooh, look at that one. Ooh, look at that contour and highlight. oh, just look at all of this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to leave all the products in the description box below. Make sure to go check them out. Also, I'm going to leave my social media down in the description box below, so also make sure to check that out. Follow me on Instagram, like my pictures on there, and follow me on Twitter, add me on Snapchat. Thank you guys so much. I love you so much. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, I got something to tell you. I'm going to be uploading every Mondays and Fridays. So I'm going to be uploading 2 times a week. So that means more videos are going to be out. And I thank you guys so much. Bye.